Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back again. Let's just get this set up for you. Make sure everything's in the right place. Come forward a bit, that's better. So, there we go. I do apologise if there's any noises outside next door having some work done. How dare they? Okay, yep. That looks fine. Hope everyone can hear me okay. Hello. Afternoon, Christine. Hi, Julie. Hello, Andreen.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Diana. He's promised to be a good boy. Hi, Tracy. Hello, Katie. Hello, Caroline. Brilliant. Hello, Samantha. Oh dear. Hope you're all right, Samantha. Hello, Penny. Don't worry, Caroline. I get called all sorts of funny things with my name. I always know what people mean. Hello, Ruth. Hi, Jill. Just move that in there. Gosh, what an exciting day it's been. Hasn't it been amazing? I'm over the moon. I'm so thankful for everyone. It's been brilliant. Hello, Judith. Hi, Belinda. Ooh, Samantha. Hello, Sarah. Hi, Gail. Thank you, Tracy. Hi, Wendy. Oh, this is lovely to see so many of you back. Such a lovely community. Hi, Helen. Yes, ditto that, Julie. not completely, Andreen, no. Hi, Julie. Right, okay. Let's not keep you too long. So we're going to be making a version of this card showing the stripes and how you can make some lovely checks. Hi, Pam. There we go. Got some slightly different colours to use with it as well. Okay, let's put that to one side. Okay, and we're going to be using the Stylish Stripes and the Blooming Lovely. We'll definitely do some more Technique Tuesdays using a bit of everything. It's amazing what you can do with even just one stamp set. So, move those out of the way. I'll run through quickly what else we're using. Pop that there. Okay. So as I said, it's the Stylish Stripe stencil, the Blooming Lovely stamp set. We're using some white super smooth card. Thank you, Penny. We've got a 20 by 20 card blank. I'm going to be using some VersaFine Clair in the Nocturne and Tulip Red, just because that matches with the oxide colours I'm using. I've got the Wow embossing pad and the opaque bright white superfine embossing powder. We've got a little bit of vellum that I found in my stash. I'm going to be using some glossy dots. I've got the Tutti Frutti and Winter Berries to coordinate. The distress oxides I'm using are Festive Berries and Tattered Rose. Also going to need some masking tape, some low tack tape, and the usual stamp platforms, trimmers, scissors, alcohol markers, blending brushes, etc. Okay, so
from the Netherlands.
Oh, cool. Hello, Nicole. Nice to have you here. So let's make a start. Sorry, I should have put some in there, shouldn't I? It's not very appetizing to look at. So I've got a piece of the card here, which is 16 by 16, and this is what we are going to be stenciling onto. Now what we're going to do, we're going to create a little border all the way around. So I'm going to use the lines on the craft mat. A bit of this off. The low tack one is best really, because just in case you get it stuck, just line that up there. Should be able to see that. Also hold it down nicely onto the board as we work, and across the top. This will just create a lovely frame all around the edge. In this side with 1 centimetre. And again on this side. There we go. And we can reuse that tape again for something else if we give it a lovely wipe. So next we're going to pop our stylish stripes stencil down. We're going to line it up evenly across the piece of card. And I've got some old washi tape as well, just to hold this in place. This won't be sticking onto the card, so it doesn't matter quite so much how sticky it is. There we go, top and bottom, that should be fine. So it'll hold that in place nicely. And we're going to start by using the lightest colour first. My blending brushes, again as always go to check in case I've used it with another colour. This one's quite light, so I've just got a cloth here. Hi Yvonne. Oh, brilliant. Give that a good load of ink. It's a lovely new ink pad, so this will go on a treat. And then we're just going to come in, lightly brush our way across the card, going clockwise and anti-clockwise, building the colour up as we go. Some more of that lovely ink. Wanted to go with some completely different colours this time. I went for some more retro colourway, I suppose. In keeping with it. Still nice and fresh and modern. in with this one. It's very relaxing doing this. Apologies if I nod off. Hi, Lynn. People from all over the world today.
Yeah. Worthing too.
Even Worthing. Nice ink. Been meaning to think this colour for ages. This colour is the Tattered Rose.
Says it on the tin.
Don't be like that. On the first one, I will have to check. I will get back to you because I've got a memory like a sieve. It was definitely too blue and too yellow. But I will definitely check and let you know.
Oh.
It's written in my little book over there, actually. I have to write everything down because there'd be no hope otherwise.
No hope whatsoever.
It's a wonder I managed to remember my name.
Yeah. What is it today?
Just building up an even coat of colour. Go up and down if you like. You put that in nicely, so it's going to be fine. No moving about whatsoever. This is very fun.
Julie said it's your launch date. Well, I know
It sure is. It's been quite surreal, but amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to carefully take the stencil off. Leave the card where it is.
Julie, really?
Take no notice of him, Julie. Right, let's give that a little mop up before we do the next colour. My beautiful cloth.
I'll behave myself.
A white for both sides. Give it a flap, because that always helps. And then we're just going to turn it round, do exactly the same thing this way, make sure it's fairly even all the way around again and straight. That's that. Sticking that on there for, I don't know. There we go. Hold that in place again. So I'm not doing anything too technical with this. Just literally turned it around. Get that out of the way. Get another bit. Down that way. Okay, and then we're going to go in with some red. This is Festive Berries, which is it's quite a pinky red, which goes nicely with the lighter colour. So pick this up. And then go straight over the top. That's a gorgeous colour.
That is a gorgeous colour.
Do like reds anyway.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
You can see that it's still overlays and overlaps with the colour beneath as well. It's beautiful red, this one. Only just gotten around to getting it. I think it was when Julie was talking the other day and saying about all the distress colours and how many there are.
Yeah.
And I'm only just over halfway.
Louise asked a good question there.
Let's have a look.
She's stepping into using oxides. Do I need to use a separate blending brushes from the ones that I use with other inks?
Ooh, that is a good question. I tend to only use the oxides now. I haven't actually gone into using another ink.
Right.
If it's with the oxides, it might get a bit tricky. I expect Julie will know the answer to this. Because of the chemical makeup of the oxide and its
You don't want
reaction to water. Yeah.
Because it's
Okay, that's that done.
contaminated.
There you go.
Okay, there
Go
you
for it.
You've got your
Go
answer.
for it.
Julie answered it. Go for it.
There we go. So that's our stenciling. Let's take this away.
Oh, Daisy Rogers, see? I never mix the brushes. I have two separate sets of brushes.
Ooh. Ooh. I would be inclined to, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the pattern that we're left with. I have already done one of these because ideally I would say to let this dry before you put anything else on top. When you remove it though, keep the tape on because we're going to be stamping over the top of this and you still want to create that lovely crisp white border all the way around. You can pop that to one side, let it dry, and then move on to the stamping. So, let's bring the stamp platform in.
Tracy Rogers is in the house.
Okay, so we can now pop this into our stamp platform, which will just make it easier.
You can. Can you speed up the drying with the heat gun? Yeah, most definitely.
You can do, yeah. I just always prefer to do it naturally so you don't get too much warping and damaging the paper fibres and everything, but it is fine. Just be a little bit gentle with it. So we're going to go in stamp set and use the lovely stripes. That sounds like a good idea, Samantha. Definitely. Okay. And we're going to go in directly onto the middle pale stripe. Bring that down a little bit. We're going to be covering some of this up, so what you could do, I will show both because there is a slight difference in the size. Get that in, make sure it's nice and straight. I'm going to pick that up. And we've got the VersaFine Clair in the Tulip Red. Give that a inking up.
Definitely separate brushes for different types of inks, like the red one.
Mm.
Most definitely.
Put this down. So building up our layers. A chance to settle into the oxide. We can check that to see if it needs a second inking, but that's fine.
It's looking good, my friend.
So,
Looking good, my friend.
what I might do is turn it around. It'll be easier to show you. If we do it this way. Hold that back down in place. Going to give that a good wipe before we place it down again. Julie's fairy fingers. Okay, so this is quite easy to line back up again. We're just going to go in. You can see when you line it up that you've got it overlapping where you want it to be.
Well, Julie, not sweet poppy stencils.
Pick that up, and then what I would do is get a little bit of masking tape again. Some of the low tack, and then you can pop this over the top, bring that up right up to the edge, and then we can stamp the remainder of the stripes across. So you can continue design in that way. Let's give that another wipe. And we're going to move on to the other thick pale pink line. Get that into the middle. Take your time to line it up, that's fine. Make sure it's straight. Pick it up, go straight in. Nice amount of ink on there. Bring that up. Give that a wipe. Okay, so we're going to line this up again. Just move them into place. You can see when they connect. Because the lines will literally blend into each other. Again, we can move this over. That up to the edge. There we go. Line this back up. The last little bit in. And we're going to do the last line across here. You of course can put your lines wherever you like them. Get the majority of it stamped on first. Yep, that's fine. And then we'll move it into place. We are going to be having a strip covering the bottom section anyway, so if you didn't want to do it this way, you could just leave a gap and continue it to the edge of the frame. That across.
You're saying that, aren't you? You use oxide now.
Yes.
Don't you?
Yeah. I haven't actually bought just what you would call a
meters, have you?
ordinary distress ink for
No.
ages. I don't know where I'd keep them all.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the cloth starts off dry, and then I squirt with an old cleaning bottle. So it does end up quite damp in the end, but yeah, you just want to clean it off as much as possible when you're moving the stamp around and placing it onto your project. Right, and then we'll do some just coming in the other way.
There you go. I use a damp cloth, so.
And I think we'll have one coming in across this line. Let's go in the other way. Line that up. You can see that you've got one line that will line up there, and one line of the stamp which lines up on that side. So we'll do exactly the same thing again.
You give me all your distress inks, didn't you?
Yeah. I didn't know where to put them. You do get a different effect with them, definitely.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. Come in again, line it up. Definitely see it move into place when you get it. So, apologies if my head gets in the way. Pick that up. Going to get another bit of masking tape. Just a small piece just to cover over the end there. Let's put this in. Not quite enough ink. Just a tiny bit. But as you can see, you can go along and join up as much as you like. And then we'll go in with the one next to it, so that kind of makes sense. Keeping it symmetrical. We won't do too many, otherwise it covers up the whole design we've got. You could just use the stripes like the card that Julie shared today, which is lovely. Oh, I'm using the masking tape. Not a problem. There we go. My cloth is going to be nice and red when I wash it out. Yes, that's true. I always forget about using acetate to line stuff up as well. Trying to do it at a bit of an angle doesn't help. That's it. Crash. Okay, let's cover that over and and do the last little piece. That's it. Let's give that a squirt this time before I pop it away. I did give all my stamps a bath before launch because I'd used them so much. One away. So that's that stamping. Okay, so we'll take this out of here. Move that to one side. We'll just give this a bit of a wipe as well. That's it. That to one side a minute, and now we can take the tape off from around the edge. There we go. So if you wanted to, you can wipe this and use it again for some other projects to hold dies down or something. Save wasting it all. There we go. Move that up slightly. I'll give you a proper look in a moment. There we go. Carefully take that off. That's it. So we've got our lovely checks. It's one of the things I really like doing is creating a frame on a flat piece of card instead of layering things too much. I do enjoy doing that. Like I enjoy stamping over the edge as well. Making frames is really nice and easy and effective. So that's our base. Oh, that's not so good, Samantha. I haven't had any problems so far. Put that to one side. Then we're going to stamp out our little flowers. I've just got an extra piece of card here to use. I did stamp some out already so that they will be dry. You could use a memento if you preferred. I'm going to use, I'll show you that without it getting the light too much, the lovely floral cluster here, which I love. I've used that stamp so much. We'll bring it into one side. We're going to need 6 of these. Again, I'm going to use the VersaFine Claire. Ordinary VersaFine will be fine. And that stamps beautifully. Lovely crisp lines. You can do 2 at the same time without moving it about too much as well. Yeah, I've done that, or I've put it onto my jeans. Just swiped it across my jeans a couple of times to take some of the tack off. And I can pop it here. Just a light stamp. Perfect. Again. Little wipe before we move it. Try not to get too smudgy. Put one there. do as many or as little of these as you liked, really. You could add in some of the other cluster designs. Doesn't have to be this one. That's the beauty of making up your very own patterns and designs. There we go. I'll show you that stamped out. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful, beautiful pattern. So lovely, so ditzy. Okay, so you'd leave that to one side, let that dry before we go in with the alcohol markers. And then we've got some vellum as well that we're going to heat emboss in white. Now the easiest way to position where it's going to be, pop it around this way, pop this in here, move it over slightly because it's going to overhang. Vellum is going to be about there-ish. A little bit, maybe we could bring it up to that line, that would make sense, wouldn't it? And we can hold that in place. Position our sentiments. So I've got create life in your own pattern. It's a beautiful, fine font, this one. Really pretty, like an old letter. You can place it where you would like it to be on the card. Make sure that's nice and straight.
Just magnet on the card.
That's fine. I'm going to take the card away. Not a problem. There we go. Shifted this over a bit again. Hold that in place. Make sure we've still got that there. Move that down. It was more to do with the pattern underneath than it was with the vellum, so it's not a problem. Get it right in a minute.
Take the stamp off and put it back on my kit.
It's been a hectic day today.
This is going in the bloopers.
It's been a hectic day. I've had to go out, take the car over to somewhere that's not local for its MOT. Right. Use my wonderful magic sock. I've got the Wow embossing pad, which is brilliant. Give that a little wiggle on top. This vellum is slightly patterned as well, which is nice. When I started clearing some drawers out in the craft room, I found it. That's it, that's fine. Take this away. Leave that out to one side. Just pinch a bit of paper. And we've got the opaque bright white, the super fine, on top. That's it. Lovely. Let's get that heated, then you'll be able to see it.
Never went to a pot of white powder, that, isn't it?
It is. I've had it for ages. Absolutely ages, and it's still going. Get this warmed up. Normally I would try and do it from underneath. think that might just flap around a little bit too much. And as it's vellum, you want to be a bit careful and not warp it too much. Gently hold it over the top so it doesn't blow away all that lovely white powder. There we go. Still like magic. Still like magic. There we go. Got my hand underneath. Hopefully you can see that.
Beautiful.
Isn't that font pretty? So pretty, like an old written letter. There we go. So leave that to one side for a moment as well. Okay, we've got a little bit of inking to do. So having said the other week that I mostly do black mattes, I'm actually going to do a coloured one today. So I'm going to come in with the darker colour, with the Festive Berries. You could use a foam for this, actually, it would probably be better. And we're just going to make sure we just cover the edge, because most of this is going to be covered up anyway. And we're going to have a completely coordinated card. Lovely ink there. Thank you, Julie. I think we all need to hear some nice quotes and sentiments from time to time, don't we?
Pictorial.
Definitely, you know, do things how you want them to be. Up again. Could have used a smaller brush. This was the one I had to hand. All the way around the edge. Okay. See there, fix them up from there as well. Okay, so that will be our mat. And this is going to go underneath the vellum so that it really emphasises the white embossing on top. So we're going to go in straight over. And fill the whole of this. It's great that you can use your inks to completely coordinate whatever it is that you're creating. Just putting a piece of scrap paper in as well to hold this in place. So if I put my fingers on it, because it's water reactive, it's going to pick up on the moisture in the fingers and leave marks, which we don't want. To one side, so we give that chance to dry off a little bit as well. Let's just mop this ink up. You could of course stick this up with a piece of card or paper. There we go. So, as I said, I already stamped some of these and coloured them to save some time. I've left 2 to do, so we can have a look. It's not the most exciting thing watching someone cut out either, is it? So I've just got some alcohol markers here, the ones that I've been using for a little while now, the Deco Time. I've got a light and a dark in each colour.
I have a very noisy cloth.
Very noisy clear. Yeah. It's amazing how much the microphones pick up. Okay, so let's start with the lightest pink. So I've done it alternately, so we've got large flower, small flower, so we'll carry on with that. I'm just going to go in all over. Out a bit as well. Get the right colour. Go in with the smaller one. Very easy to colour in. Come in again. All the way around the outside. Just strengthening that colour. Go back in, and I've used the lines on the flower to actually create the different depths, although it is very similar. Let's just bring that in slightly. Let's make sure that's okay. And you can see a bit easier. That's it. So go in up to the second line. And the same here, because flowers are normally darker in the centres. And then again, using the same colour, just go in into the very centre part. You could use 3 different colours if you wanted to, but because the alcohol markers blend so beautifully anyway, you don't really have to. You could even do it with 1 pen if you wanted to. And we've got the beautiful teal colours. So we'll do exactly the same thing on these. The lightest colour all over. And the slightly darker colour again, all the way around the second line there, and again on this one, and then back in again right in the very centre. Go over it as many times as you like to get it as dark as you like. There we go. I'll bring that up as well so you can see properly before we move on. Bring that over. Wait for the feed to catch up. The alcohol markers are Deco Time. They are, if you can see that, yep, Deco Time twin markers. I've got some of the water ones as well, watercolour ones. I got these in the range originally. I know Create and Craft sell them now, but check with your local suppliers.
Christine Cole is going now to walk the dog.
Oh, have a nice walk. Hope wherever you are it's lovely weather. It's been gorgeous down here today. I'm using the fine nib all the time. So I've got 2 different reds. So on this one we'll have a darker in this little flower. And this one this side. And then on this combination we'll have it in the middle. just to make things slightly different. You could have them all sorts of different colours if you wanted to. And lighter one. Beautiful light pinky red, which matches with the oxide beautifully. Just quick, simple colouring with that one. And the leaves, I've gone for quite an olivey colour. So I've done it so that the darker shade is in the middle. Because to my way of thinking, that just seemed to make sense, because there wouldn't be so much light falling on it. And then the lighter one on the outside. So that's the colouring done. So now we're going to cut these two out. Around the edge first. It's simple to cut out. I'm going to do a little border all the way around the edge. Not too fiddly at all to cut out these ones. I certainly wouldn't do it otherwise.
Should show people what I used to cut out.
Brian uses a craft knife for all his cutting out, and I don't know how he does it. I'd have lost his fingers by now if it was me. So used to using scissors.
Well, that leaf would be off, that flower will be in half by now.
Keep meaning to get some new scissors, but I'm not sure which ones to get. There's so many to choose from. I've had these an age. They were a freebie with a magazine. Okay, let's flatten that out. See anything not too keen on, we can go back in and cut it. Turn it over, just flatten those rough edges down with our fingers. So that will be those. And then this one. Are they Tracy? That's interesting to know. Scissors are quite a personal thing, aren't they? Because obviously you're feeling with them and need to be able to trust what they're doing for you. It's a shame you can't go into places and test them out really before you buy them. Yeah. It's an extension of your own body, isn't it? Really.
The ones what Tracy just bought sounds lovely. But me and scissors.
That is worth looking into, Tracy. Thank you. I will definitely have a look at those. Okay, nearly there. It's the boring bit for me, cutting.
I love cutting.
There we go. Let's put that to one side. So now we can start building the card up. Let's put this in our card blank in. So this is Pink Frog. I'll move this back up again so we can see. Make sure we get straight. Forward. That's it. So we're going to stick the red mat down first. It's not straight, is it? Let's have a look. Let me just stand up a minute and get this camera sorted. There we go. Don't want anyone to be wonky. Some blue on. Line this up in the middle, just like I. If you want to use different things to do that, you can. Let's get a piece of paper in, put it over that, and that down. Get it adhered nicely and neatly. We're going to wrap the piece of vellum over our patterned card. So we're going to stick the inked piece on first. This is going to go straight over the top. Which way up shall we have it? Should we go? Let's go that way. It is a beautiful colour.
She's got to get it on her trinket.
Glad I got it.
Light list.
Where should we pop it? Pop it there. Have a nice strip all the way across. Okay, that's down in place. I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to use my bone folder across the back to burnish that down. And we can wrap the vellum. Give that a brush off now it's dried. Put this down. That lines up exactly the same there. The measurements for this, the card was 1.3 inches by 16 centimeters, and this is the same but just a little bit longer in length, so we can wrap it round. Turn that over, fold that again. You can use the bone folder. I will pop these onto the group though, so you've got a note of all the measurements, what we've used. Just going to use a bit of tape across the back to hold that in place. Doesn't have to be anything too push. Line that up, nice and flat. Again, bring that over, fold it down. Another little bit of sellotape. Hold that in place across the back. That's it. And then we're going to pop it on top of our card, making sure we've got it opening the right way. How many times have I done that?
Upside down. You love upside down cards.
This up, the piece of card that we've made the red mat was 16.5 measurement. Turn that down. Another. with the paper. Paper just protects it really and checks you, especially if it's still quite damp, and then you're not going to be smudging the beautiful colours all over it. Also, if you get any seepage on the edges, the paper will pick it up instead of the card.
Yeah, that's the right word, Julie. Pops.
Okay, so we're getting there. So all we need to do now is add our little flowers. Ooh. I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to pop the first one down just with some glue. Use my old tweezers for this as well. So we want it overhanging slightly. Doesn't matter really. I just thought it would look nice. Put that in place. And then the next one I'm going to raise up slightly. So, as I have done before, I'm using a piece of corrugated card. You of course can use foam pads. Put that across there. Stick that onto the back. Bit more glue. Decide which way around we want it. I think we'll have it that way around. I'm going to go bring this in onto that side. Hold that down in place for a moment. I'm doing it in threes like we always do because it makes sense. And then this one we're going to have come in here, and that's going to be raised as well. We're going to use two pieces of the cardboard. Already cut these cut down to size. And another one on top. Just building those layers up nicely. More glue. Come in this way, bring that down slightly. It's nice if it hangs over the corner there. And wiggle it around to wherever we like it. That's it. Give that chance to stick. And then we'll do the same in the other corner. So we'll be popping the first one down completely flat, glued directly onto the card blank. Do it so this was on the that side, on the right hand side, so this one we'll do over here. Down, raise this one up with one pad or one bit of card. And the tweezers so much easier to use when we're placing things. Bring this in here. Should we have that one? It doesn't really matter. Let's do it the opposite way. That's it. this one. Just going to place it, see what it's going to look like. And we'll get to know where to put the pad underneath as well, so it's just butting up against the other one. A bit of glue. There we go. Let's bring this in here. Give it a wiggle till we're happy with it. That's it. Oh, thank you, everyone. Make sure that's stuck. Let's bring those up so you can have a closer look. One, and then that corner. Okay, so all we need to do now is to add some glossies, which I think just finishes it perfectly. So we've got the beautiful winter berries here. I'm going to do a couple down this side. Some going up the edge as well, which helps to frame it. I've got this lovely, the Tutti Fruttis, I've got this really nice pastel-y pink colour. Put that on that side, which goes so well with the tattered rose. One coming down this edge. Get it off my finger. Oh, that's the cat. Pop a few more on this side. Let's go with a bigger one in there. I'll have a medium. Just there, just framing the flowers nicely. And in there. Make sure they're pressed down. And carry on with the red ones. So one there.
Can you remind them of the colours? Or tell them that you can find whatever you use?
Sorry?
This month is used as
Yes, of course I can.
Remind me of the colours.
No problem. One there. And a little one here. There we go. That's it. And that just finishes it perfectly. Oh, let's pop a few on here as well. That would look nice. Draw the eye to the sentiment as well. Now we'll get one of these in as well. That's better. Now that makes sense. There we go. Let's bring this up so you can have a nice look.
Gorgeous, my girl.
So that was that card. This was the original, so we got slightly different there. It's all about making up your own patterns, doing things how you want to do them, being your own designer. The colours for this card, the glossies are, let's have a look. They're Tutti Frutti and Winter Berries. The oxides are Festive Berries and Tattered Rose. Put those there. But I would love for you to have a go and to use different colours to see what they look like, because I mean it's limitless, isn't it? You can use as many as you like. That would be fantastic. So that's that for me today. We'll come on again at some point and do some other bits and bobs. Julie is on at 8 o'clock tonight. She'll be getting creative and working her magic, which will be lovely to see. So I shall see you all again at 8 o'clock when Julie does her live. Please, once you get your collections coming through, share your makes. I would absolutely love to see them. That's what I'm looking forward to more than anything. Have fun, get creative, tag me in the post so that I don't miss anything, because I would hate that. And I will see you all at 8 o'clock with Julie. Thank you all so much. Much appreciated. Take care. Bye.
See ya.